Good afternoon. Uh, Today I will discuss Block 4 of Introductory of Macroeconomics. Block 4 name is Demand for Money and Supply of Money. In Block 4, there are five units are there, and today I will complete all the five units. Unit 1 title is Inflation Causes and Effect. And in this unit, I will discuss what mean by inflation, what are various causes of inflation, and what are various effect of inflation on economy, and what are various policies government may choose for reducing inflation in the economy. So, what is inflation? So, actually, inflation means if price of basic product increase continuously in an economy, it means inflation. So, in inflation, prices of selected product should increase continuously, and inflation is not good for an economy. And when inflation increase, government always use various preventive measures for reducing inflation in the economy. And inflation is a real fact in developing countries. Basically, in developing countries, the inflation rate is more higher compared to developed country. And inflation in developing country also depends on multiple factors, like is cost of production, demand of the product, price of various input used in productions. So all those things can influence price of inflation. So inflation basically indicate here that price of basic product increase continuously. And what are various causes of inflation? So when we study causes of inflation, basically we can identify two type of causes. So one basically means demand pull inflation, and the second indicate the cost push inflation. So demand pull inflation basically indicate excess demand of selected product in the economy, and the cost push inflation basically indicate increasing cost of production of basic commodities in the economy, and it also happen for the increasing money supply in the economy. So now I discuss details of causes of inflation. So causes of inflation, if we see, then we can identify there are basically three types of inflations. First one is the demand pull inflation, and it means when demand of some selected product increase continuously in certain period. It means too much money run behind some selected product. So then price of those product increase. So it may be for a short period, but prices definitely will be increased. We found that during a festival period, price of some selected product increase. So this is the example of demand pull inflation, because during festival period, demand of certain product increase. So maximum people want to purchase those product, but in short period, supply of those product will not be increased or cannot be increased. So price of those selected product increase, whose demand increase very rapidly during short period. Second causes of inflation is the cost push inflation. So cost push inflation basically indicate when manufacturing cost increase of selected product. So manufacturing cost increase indicate price of raw material will increase, or cost of production in terms of wage of worker will increase. So in simple term, we can say that when wage of worker increase, then manufacturing cost also will be increased. And when manufacturing cost increase, then price of product will be increased. So in this way, increasing cost of production directly affect on price of production. So it is known as a cost push inflation. So in this case, inflation basically happen due to increasing cost of production. So in cost push inflation, there is no increase of demand. Only manufacturing cost will be increased. And there may be many reasons for increasing manufacturing cost. One most important reason for increasing manufacturing cost is the higher wage of worker. Third important factor for increasing inflation is increasing money supply in the economy. So basically in any country, money supply is controlled by the central bank or federal bank. So when in certain situation money supply increase rapidly in the economy, then people have excess money with them. And in this case, people will pay higher price for product. And so seller will sell product at higher price because people or buyer are willing to pay high price for the product. So in this case, price of product increase because for increasing money supply. So here we should remember that supply of product or product should not increase so fastly. Only money supply would increase very rapidly, and in this case, price of product will be increased. Effects of inflation. Inflation basically negatively affect on our economy, and inflation negatively affect on common people, but business class people, they may earn more profit due to inflation, because during inflation prices of good increase but manufacturing cost may not be so much increase. So profit margin of producer or seller will increase. So in this case, they will get benefit from inflations. So I select here some section of people who will loser and some section of people who will be benefited from inflation. The first one say reduce purchasing power. So during inflation time, purchasing power of money decline. It means for purchasing same quantity of product, people now will pay more amount of money. It means more quantity of money people will pay for purchasing same quantity of good. So in this case, purchasing power of people will be declined. Those people whose income not increase during inflation time, or you can say fixed income class people, they will be more loser during the inflation time because their income not increase, only price of good increase. Higher cost of living. So one important negative effect of inflation is the increasing cost of living of common people. During inflation time, price of good increase, so households should spend more money for purchasing their daily quantity of product. So it is possible that they may purchase same quantity of product by paying more volume of money. So they will be, common people will be loser because cost of living will be increased during the inflation period. Redistribution of wealth. It means during inflation time, borrowers benefits because they repay debt with money that is worthless, and lender will be loser. It means those people who previously collect money from any person, but during the inflation time, that person want to repay the money. So in this case, that person who previously borrow money, he will be gainer, because in terms of real money, he will pay less amount of money. But that person who previously give the loan, he will be loser because value of money now decline, and real money value now less compared to previous period. So borrowers will be gainer and lender will be loser. Lender means those people who provide loan. It means creditor. They will be loser. Inflation also negatively affect business, because if inflation happen, then the future of business will be uncertain. And due to high inflation, it is possible that in long run, investment will be declined, savings also will be declined, and this is not good for future business perspective. International competitiveness, high domestic inflation can make export more expensive, and it is possible that export may decline due to high inflation. Due to high inflation, price of product increase, and it is possible that government cannot export more product in international market due to high price of the product, and so it is not good for balance of payment. It is possible that balance of payment may be negative due to high inflation in any economy. And if inflation continue in any country, then balance of payment will be negative. Balance of payment will be less due to less export done by that country. Positive and negative effect of inflation. So negative effect I discussed previously. High inflation can lead to economic instability. It increases unemployment in the economy and also social unrest. So if inflation is very high, if price of goods increasing continuously, then common people will be loser, and it is possible that social unrest will be occur in the country due to high price of the product. Purchasing power of common people decline, and people cannot purchase same amount of product which they purchased previously, and it is possible that malnutrition problem among people will be increased, and unemployment problem also will be increased due to high inflation. Positive thing, so actually if inflation is very low, it is good for the economy. Stagnant price is not good for the economy. If price of product is stagnant, not increase for last 5 years, 10 years, it is not good for the economy, because producer will be loser if price of good not increase, because manufacturing cost is increasing but price is not increased. Then in this case, it is possible that producer may face loss due to not increasing price of the product. So in simple term, if inflation rate is moderate or low, then it is good for the economy. But if inflation rate is very high, high inflation, hyperinflation, it is not good for the economy. So question down, how inflation can control. So what type of policy government use for minimizing or controlling inflation? So in this case, the government may use monetary and fiscal policy for controlling inflation. So in monetary policy, two important instrument in the hand of government or RBI or Federal Bank is the interest rate and money supply. So during inflation time or during high inflation time, government try to increase rate of interest and reduce money supply. If government increase rate of interest in savings account, then people will save more money in bank. And if people save more money in the bank, then demand for product will be decline. And if demand of product decline, then inflation rate also will be less. During high inflation time also, government always try to reduce money supply. If money supply increase, then inflation rate also will be increased, because increasing money supply will raise purchasing power of the people. Then price of good also will be increased. So a policy of Federal Bank or Reserve Bank is to reduce money supply. So in this case, Federal Bank may change repo rate or reserve repo rate. So it will be changed. In fiscal policy, two important policies are government expenditure and taxation. Taxation basically indicate here the income tax. So during high inflation time, government reduce public expenditure and government increase income tax. So during inflation time, when government reduce public expenditure, then money supply in the market will be decline. So people have less money with them, and if people have less money with them, the demand for product will be decline, and in future price of good also will be decline. And during high inflation time, government always try to increasing income tax. So when government increase income tax, then disposable income in the hand of common people, it will be reduced. Then demand of good will be declined, and automatically in future price of good also will be declined, because price of good directly linked with the demand of that product. So we assume that when demand of product increase, then price of product also will be increased. So in this way, government may use monetary and fiscal policy for controlling inflations. And at the same time, government also look after the production side for reducing inflation. So many times inflation happen due to lack of production. So while inflation rate is high, then government try to increase production of goods and services within the country. And many times, if production is not possible, government try to import product or services from other countries. So if import increase, then also inflation will be decline. Price of good will be decline due to increasing supply of goods and services in the market due to import of goods and services. Many times, inflation also happen due to disturbance of supply chain. So in this case, government also look after whether there is illegal store of product in the market or not. So government try to supply commodities smoothly in the market. So in this way, the price of good can be controlled, and automatically inflation also will be checked. So in this I have completed first unit. The first unit discuss about inflation, meaning, causes and effects, and also what are various policy for mitigating the inflation effect. Next unit, unit 14, discuss about social cost of inflation and also unemployment, with especially natural rate of unemployment. So what are the social effect of inflation? Inflation basically negatively affect on society, and the common people will be more loser, especially those people whose income is fixed income people, pensioner, and those people whose income cannot be increased during the inflation period, they will be more loser due to inflation time. So labor cost. So actually it is a concept. So during high inflation time, it is possible that people visit a bank for collecting money. So during inflation time, price of good increasing continuously. Today, suppose price of any product is 50 rupees. Tomorrow, price will be more higher. Next day, price will be again more higher. So prices of good will be increased very rapidly. So people always visit the bank and try to withdraw money. So this is known as a show later cost. So such type of cost also will be increased, means people more visit in the bank for withdraw money, and this is also wastage of time because people do not know what will be the price in next day, but they have some assumption that next day also price will be increased. So this is the common tendency of people to purchase more product and store more product in the house, so that they are able to check themselves from increasing higher price of basic commodities and services. Menu cost. So menu cost, basically this problem happened to restaurant and various firm, because due to increasing price of basic goods, every day the seller want to change or update catalog of prices of commodities. So every day price is changing, and so every day they change the price list of basic commodities. So definitely the seller or price of product restaurant in hotel also will be changed due to increasing price of product. Misallocation of resources. High inflation also misallocate resources because business class people they will be gainer during the inflation time because their profit margin will be increased. But poor class people will be more loser. So in this case, money will be more concentrated in the hand of rich people, and poor people will be more loser day by day if inflation continue. Inflation also negatively affect on psychological concept of common people because during inflation time political instability, social instability will be increased. Many times social unrest, conflict problem also arise in the society. Communal riot, these incidents also may be happen due to higher inflation, and it negatively affect on psychological behavior of common people or in the society. At last, I said that the during inflation time, fixed income people are more loser compared to other class people because during inflation time they cannot purchase similar quantity of product because their income cannot increase during inflation time. So fixed income or pensioner people they will be more loser because their income not increase but prices of basic commodities increase very rapidly during the inflation time. Unemployment. Next topic in this unit is the unemployment and natural growth of unemployment or natural rate of unemployment. So unemployment is a common term in developing countries, and developing countries more face this social problem. But developed country in developed country unemployment rate is very low. But unemployment rate is high in developed developing countries or even poor countries. In developed countries, it is low, maybe 3, 4, 5% unemployment rate. It is very low. But in poor developing countries, it is very high. So, what is known as unemployment? So, unemployment or unemployed person are those people who are searching job and who are willing to work at the current existing wage rate, but they are unable to search any job. And in this case, they are willing to work but unable to get any job at the current existing wage rate. So it is mean as an unemployment. So unemployment is a social problem, and unemployment is directly linked with the poverty and crime rate in any society or in any country. So high unemployment rate always reduce disposable income and also reduce economic growth and also psychologically affect on common people. So if you see types of unemployment, so these are various types of unemployment discussed now. So unemployment can be classified in various ways, like is structural unemployment. So basically, structural unemployment means when manufacturing structure in industries are changed. It means specification of worker are changed. So skill needs of worker are changed. Many times it has been found that there are vacancies exist in the economy, but industrialist or farm unable to find suitable worker. So because they unable to find worker who have skill needs for such type of the work. Basically, it means unemployment arises due to mismatch between worker skill and the needs of employers. So such gap exists, and so many workers unable to find job because whatever skill needs by industrialist worker do not have certain types of the skill, so they are unable to absorb by the firm. So it is known as a structural unemployment. Frictional unemployment occur because people currently unemployed because they are searching for the better job. Many times it has been found that previously suppose worker employed in a new place and wage is very low, and then that person give resignation from the work and searching for better job, and now currently that person is unemployed. It is known as a fictional unemployment. Cyclical unemployment is the third category, and cyclical unemployment basically means unemployment arises due to change of business circle. So business circle basically indicate the trade circle. So economic condition of any country not same always. Sometimes economic condition improve and sometimes economic condition deteriorate. So when economic condition deteriorate and when economy of any country fall, then unemployment rate also increase. So in such situation, people unable to find suitable job. Basically, it known as a recession or depression period. Recession, depression means bad economic condition, economy fall downward. So during that period, many people lose the job, and it is known as a cyclical unemployment. And when economy go upward, then again people will get the job. Seasonal unemployment. Seasonal unemployment occurred because many people cannot employ 12 months in a year. It is possible that certain month in a year there is no work. So during that period, that person or those people will be unemployed. It is known as a seasonal unemployment. So in India, in agricultural sector, in tourism sector, such type of unemployment basically found. In agricultural sector in India, 12 months farmer cannot involve in agricultural land. In many months there is no work in agricultural land or paddy land. So during that time, farmer are unemployed. So it is known as a seasonal unemployment. In tourism also, during peak period there is no problem of employment, but during the off period, so when number of traveler are very low, so during that time many people lose the job. So this is known as a seasonal unemployment. Disguised unemployment. So disguised unemployment basically found in agricultural sector in developing countries. So disguised unemployment, in this case, unemployment measured by the productivity of the worker. So if productivity of worker is zero, or you can say marginal productivity of worker is zero, then those worker or that person actually employ but contribute nothing. So it is known as a disguised unemployment. So that worker or additional worker contribute nothing in production. So in this case, if that worker withdraw from the production side, there is no change of total production. So that worker is working but contribute nothing. So that worker is called as a disguised unemployed worker. So disguised unemployment basically measured by marginal productivity. If marginal productivity of worker is zero, then that person is called as a disguised unemployed person. Technological unemployment. So technological unemployment basically happen due to use of modern technology. It is known that modern technology, when used by any firm, then requirement of worker also decline. It is possible that technology may replace worker. So due to adaptation of new technology by the firm or by the industries, requirement of worker will be declined. So in this case, worker may lose the job. So those workers lose the job due to technological upgradation, and this is called as a technological unemployment. Voluntary unemployment basically not fall under actual unemployment. So those people who do not want to work, then those people can be called as a voluntary unemployed person. So many times in the society, it is possible that people have huge amount of inheritance asset. Parents or grandfather had huge asset, so there is no need to work of the future generation. So in this case, those people is known as a voluntary unemployed person. So in the market, work exists, but those people do not want to work. So basically, they are the lazy people. They have huge amount of assets. They collect huge amount of asset from the father or grandfather. So in this case, those people known as a voluntary unemployed person. Educated unemployment. So currently in urban areas, such type of unemployment arise, and in this case, higher educated people unable to get suitable job. So it is possible that many higher educated people are unemployed due to unable to find suitable job, or you can say job requirement not matched with the qualification. So in this case, they are unemployed. So these are the various types of unemployment, and unemployment is a real fact in both developed and developing countries. But unemployment is a basic social problem in developing or poor countries. Next, natural rate of unemployment. So natural rate of unemployment basically indicate minimum unemployment exists during the full employment scenario in the economy. So if in any country unemployment rate is 3 to 4%, then it is known as a natural rate of unemployment. So minimum rate of unemployment. So if any economy or if in any country 3 to 4% unemployment rate exists, then we can call that full employment achieved in that economy or in that country. So in any economy, we can assume that 3 to 4% unemployment rate always exists. The minimum it is. So because for voluntary unemployment, so it is known as a natural rate of unemployment. So natural rate of unemployment basically means the minimum rate of unemployment. Basically 3 to 4% unemployment exists in society or in the economy. And if such rate of unemployment exists, we can say that full employment achieved in the economy, and it always indicates good economic condition of the country if natural rate of unemployment exists in the economy. So in this way, I have completed chapter or unit 14, and unit 14 basically discuss about the unemployment and meaning, various causes and types of unemployment, and also unemployment how can be reduced. So government may use various policies unemployment for reducing unemployment. Government introduce employment generating policies for reducing unemployment. Government always encourage people for start up new programs, new factories, new farm, new business. Many times bank also provide easy loan to common people so that people may start new business. So that unemployment rate will be increased. Government also encourage farmers for more involvement in agricultural sectors, and government easily provide credit, various inputs, raw materials, pesticides, seeds, provide irrigation facilities to farmers so that unemployment rate decline in agricultural sector. And many times government also allow private sector to operate in the economy so that more people also get job in the public and private sector. So private sector also play a vital role for reducing unemployment rate in the economy as government sector. Next unit 15, and basically unit 15 discuss about the labor market and its interaction with production system. So labor market basically exists in every economy. In some economy, labor market is bigger, and some economy, labor market is less or small. When you go back to developing countries or poor countries, then we can find out bigger labor market. And in countries like India, we found that labor market is expanding day by day. So both unskilled and skilled worker we can find out in the labor market, and every day new people are involved or join in labor market for searching of better job. And in labor market, we can classify labor market is in two ways. One is the supply side of labor market, and second one is the demand side of labor market. Firms demand labor based on production needs. It means when production increase, then demand of worker also will be increase. So always government try to increasing production in the economy. So government always encourage private sector to set up new factories, new industries, so that more people will get job, and more people who previously in labor market, now they can easily get job in various sectors or in factories set up by the private sector. At the same time, supply of labor influenced by the wage rate existing in the labor market. So when wage increase, then it has been found that labor supply also will be increased, and if wage decrease, then labor supply will be declined. So wage is an important factor for controlling supply of labor, and demand of goods is an important factor which control demand of labor. So key interactions and dynamics between labor market with the labor demand and supply. So first point here, derived demand. So derived demand basically means demand of any product increase due to demand of other product. So in labor market also derived demand concept applicable in labor market. So in labor market, what happened? So when demand of product increase, then demand of labor also will be increased. Producer will hire more quantity of labor due to increasing demand of their product, which product they produce. If demand of those product increase, then demand of labor also will be increased. And demand for product also increase for many reasons. Maybe for increasing income level of the people. Now people want to purchase more product, and when people want to purchase more product, then demand of labor also will be increased. Production function relations. So what is production function? Production function shows relation between the output and inputs. So output basically means the final product, and inputs basically means wage, rent, interest, profit, all. So when output increase, then demand of labor also increase as per criteria of the production function relationship. Wage determination also, I said previously that labor supply also depends on wage. When wage increase, then labor supply also will be increased. And here one most important thing is productivity of worker. So when productivity of worker increase, then it is possible that producer may produce more quantity of goods or better quantity of goods at very low or less time. Or you can say if productivity of worker increase, then it is good for industrialist or producer. Producer will be more happy if productivity of worker increase, and if productivity of worker increase, then wage of worker also will be increased. Technological shift. So in labor market, one technology is not fixed. So technology in society in any country also changing. So when new technology introduced by producer, then it is possible that new technology may replace worker. So in this case, demand of worker may be reduced, or it is possible that new technology may totally replace worker. So demand of worker will be less, or there is no demand of worker because introduction of the new or introduce of new technology in production. So when technology change, then demand of labor also will be changed. Labor flexibility strategy. So producer also introduce new policies for reducing or increasing demand of worker. Many times it is possible that producer may internally change the worker. It is possible that the producer may replace worker from one place to another place within the industry, or it is possible that they may replace worker from one department to another department, or it is possible that producer may improve skill of worker through various training program. So in this case, productivity of worker will be increased. So it is known as a internal flexibility of production. And external flexibility means, in this case, when worker needs, then worker will be hired from outside. But in case of internal flexibility, worker will be from within the factory. But in case of external flexibility, worker will be hired from outside. So in this way, in labor market, worker is not fixed. Worker is also changing. Number of worker is in terms of volume is also changing, and worker demands is also changed in the factories or in the industries due to labor policy introduced or HR policy introduced by that farm or factory. Next unit 16. Unit 16 basically discuss about the trade circle and various types of trade theory. Basically, it discusses about the Hicks theory of trade circle. So, what mean by this? I will discuss now. So, trade circle. So, trade basically indicate business. So, trade circle indicate that economic condition or business condition or business environment in any economy is not rigid. Business condition in any country or in any society is always changing. Sometimes there is good business condition in the country or in the society, and sometimes there is less business environment or condition in the society or country. So it is known as a business circle. It means changing the business circle, changing the business condition in the society or in the country. So in sometimes you see in any country the business environment or business conditions improving day by day. It means economy go upward. Then economy reach the maximum position, and then economic condition go downwards. Economy fall. Business environment, business condition deteriorate day by day. It means economy will be go downward. Then economy reach the lowest point, and then again economy will be go upward. So it indicates the condition of business in the economy, or in terms of economic value, it is known as a trade circle. So when economy go upward, it is good for national income. National income will be increased, employment also will be increased, income also will be increased, and standard of living of people also will be increased. So it is known as a upswings in business circle when economy go upward. So it is also known as a expansion of economy, and ultimately if it continue, economy reach the highest point. It is known as a peak point in the economy, and after reaching peak point, economy will be go downward. It is known as a contraction in economy or recession in economy. So it indicates a negative value in trade circle. So when contraction or recession in economy happens, then national income will be decline, GDP will be decline, unemployment will be increase, poverty will be increase, income of people will be decline, prices of gold will be decline. It indicates bad economic condition. But it will not be continue forever. One day will be arise, fine, downward falling of economy will be stopped. So it is known as the contraction or lowest point or tough point in the economy. Then economy again will be go upward. So it is known as a revival of the economy. So in business circle, there are many phases are there. So basically there are the four phases in business circle. We can identify expansion when economy go upward, peak is the highest point, contraction when economy go downward, and trough. Trough is the lowest point in the economy, and then upswings. Again, economy go upward. It is known as a revival of the economy. So in this way, there are the four phases: expansion, peak, contraction, and trough. So these are the four phases of trade circle or business circle. Next, I will discuss various theories of trade circle. The first one is the monetary theory of trade circle. This theory introduced by the Portrait. So he said that trade circle or business circle basically happen due to expansion or contraction of bank credit. So if a bank increase bank credit or if bank reduce bank credit, then it is possible that it directly affect on business environment in the economy. And expansion or contraction of bank credit determined by the interest rate. When bank reduce interest rate for lending purpose. So when bank reduce interest rate for lending purpose, then investment in the economy will be increased. More people will collect fund from bank in terms of loan, in terms of borrowing. Then investment volume will be increased. So economy will be go upward. But when bank increase interest rate, then industrialists do not want to take more loan from the bank. So borrowing amount will be declined because higher interest rate indicate higher cost of borrowing. So when interest rate increase, then bank credit will be declined. And if bank credit decline, then economy also will be declined. It is not good for business perspective. So in this way, trade circle upswings, downswings basically happen for expansion means increasing and contraction when decreasing, increasing and decreasing of bank credit. So this is the concept of trade, and it is known as a monetary theory of trade circle. Innovation theory. So innovation theory basically introduced by the St. Peter. So he said that economy will be go upward or downward. It means expansion or contraction of economy basically happen due to innovation. So innovation basically means a new type of things, new type of product, new type of manufacturing method, new types of the market, new types of technology. It means the innovations. So when innovation happen in the economy or when there is more number of innovations occur in the economy, then it is good for business. Then so business condition will be improved in the economy due to better innovation by the entrepreneurs. But when innovation not happen, or you can say when innovation rate decline, then also profit margin of entrepreneur or business class people will be decline. So economy will be go downward. So whether economy will go upward or downward, whether business condition will be improve or deteriorate, it depends on innovations. Higher innovation rate increase better business condition, and lower innovation rate will deteriorate the business condition. Psychological theory. This theory introduced by the Pigo, and he said business circle is affected by the psychological concept of people regarding the optimism and pessimism. So optimism means you can say better economic condition. So if people think that there is a better economic condition in future, then it is good for trade or business. So trade condition will be improved, and because people think that in future there will be better economic condition. And when people have pessimism concept, it means in future economic condition will not be good. Then in this case, business condition will be deteriorate day by day. So it is not good for business class people. If a pessimism concept, business class people they have. Over investment theory, Hayek. This theory introduced by the Hayek. So what he said that the economy over investment in capital good due to low interest rate and it leading to a crash when capital shortage occurs. So this theory say that business cycle happen due to over investment for production of capital goods. So if demand of capital good fall, then business profit margin also will be fall. Economy also will be fall. Trades condition or trade volume also will be fall due to increasing or due to reducing, you can say, trade condition. Next, under consumption theory, this theory introduced by the Keynes, and this theory said that in trade circle, depression basically happen lack of demand of commodity. So this theory based on effective demand. So when demand of commodity decline, then it is possible that producer will face loss. So when demand of commodity decline, people not purchasing product. In this case, whatever good produced by the producer, demand of good will be less. And in this case, producer will face loss. And so when producer will face loss, then they will produce product in future. And so demand of good will be decline, and they will face loss, and economy will go downward, and business environment will not be good in future due to lack of demand of product. Or you can say when people think that they do not want to spend money, so their consumption volume decline. So when consumption volume decline and demand also will be decline, and when demand decline, then profit margin also decline, selling volume also will be decline. So in this case, producer will face loss. Multiplier accelerator theory. This theory introduced by the Hicks, and Hicks identified that trade cycle basically happen for multiplier and accelerator effect. So what is multiplier here? So multiplier basically means when investment increase, then it directly affect on income level. So it is known as a multiplier. And accelerator means opposite of multiplier. When income level increase, then investment also will be increase. Or you can say effect of income on investment. This is known as an accelerator. So economy upswings and downswing or peak or crash of economy basically happen for multiplier and accelerator effect. So when multiplier effect is positive or when there is good multiplier effect, then economy will be go upward. And when multiplier effect decline day by day, so then economy may be go downward. So upswings and downswing of economy basically happen for a multiplier and accelerator effect. And this theory introduced by the Hicks. So in this way, this unit is over. And basically, this unit discussed about trade circle, what are various phases of trade circle, what are various theories of trade circle. Last unit in this block, this discuss regarding the Phillips curve and sacrifice ratio. So what is Phillips curve? Phillips curve you can discuss by a simple diagram. So here you see Phillips curve basically go downward. It means negative slope. It look like as a demand curve or indifference curve. It is downward, but it shows relation between the inflation rate and unemployment rate. So you can say Phillips curve is a curve which shows relation between the inflation rate and the unemployment rate. So here you easily identify. So relation is inverse. So when inflation rate increase, then unemployment rate will be decline. But when inflation rate decline, then unemployment rate will be increase. So it means or it shows the relation between the inflation rate and unemployment rate. So in simple term, you can say that Phillips curve is a curve which shows relation between the inflation rate and unemployment rate, and relation is inverse. And the Phillips curve has negative slope and it is downward to left to right. And next one is the sacrifice ratio. So what mean by sacrifice ratio? So basically sacrifice ratio is a macroeconomic concept measuring the cost of reducing inflation calculated as the percentage loss in GDP needed to reduce inflation by 1% point. It means it shows if government want to reduce inflation by 1%, then how much percentage GDP will be declined. So it indicates the sacrifice ratio. It means if government want to reduce inflation, then GDP should be declined. And it means for reducing inflation, common people or government should sacrifice gross domestic product. And this ratio indicate this sacrifice. So sacrifice ratio basically indicate for reducing 1% inflation, how much percent GDP in any economy should be reduced. So in this way, I have completed the last unit. Basically, last unit discussed about the Phillips curve, and Phillips curve basically indicate trade-off between the inflation and unemployment, and sacrifice ratio basically indicate sacrifice of GDP for reducing inflation rate. So in this way, I have completed this block, and I have put two questions here. So what is Phillips curve? What is unemployment? I discussed Phillips curve shows relation between the unemployment rate and inflation rate. Relation is inverse. If one increase, then other will decline. And Phillips curve have a negative slope, downward from left to right. So this is the definition of Phillips curve. And unemployment rate basically indicate those people who want to observe in labor market but unable to find any job. So those people you can identify as unemployed people. So when you say about the unemployed people, basically we identify the involuntary unemployed. We not say about the voluntary unemployment, because in unemployment we not count voluntary. We only count the involuntary unemployment. So in this way I have completed this block. If you have any question, then you can communicate to me in email and also phone number. And if you have doubt, you can also ask me question. So thank you. So I have completed all the blocks, and in this course in macroeconomics, there are the 4 blocks are there. Thank you.